Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for joining me this morning. Let us begin with our 5 minutes of stress busting, immune boosting practice. So let us begin by placing our awareness in the area of the heart. Take slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And just take these gentle, deep breaths. And just maintain that awareness in the area of your chest. This gives the body an indication that you want the heart to lead in the breathing process. As you know, the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. And so you want to be able to connect with the most powerful engine in your body. And you're doing that at this very minute by placing your awareness in the area of the heart and taking slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. This is a practice you can do as you're waking up in the morning. Slow your breathing down. And this is actually, if you continue to do this practice often enough, your body will automatically do this for you. This is how you program your body. This is also the way you create a new normal in your body, such that when you're not breathing in this way, your body will tell you. So take these slow, deep breaths. See if you can count to 5 when you breathe in, like a 5-second count, and 5 seconds to breathe out. It's that slow. Just notice your chest expanding as you breathe in and collapsing when you exhale. Your chest and your belly should be expanding and contracting, not your shoulders. Your shoulders should be staying still. And that's when you know you're taking the air directly deep into your system and nourishing each cell in your body with this amazing flow of oxygen and peace and calmness. So take those deep breaths, allowing your chest to expand and collapse as you take these breaths, and do it slowly. Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me this morning in this 5-minute practice. And today's I didn't know that moment. So let us talk today about praying without begging. This is something that I've been extremely interested in talking to people about, because we usually learn to pray in a way that we feel like we don't have it. But we know from everything that we've learned here, if you've been with me for a long time on this program, and if you haven't, that's fine, because you will learn this, that your emotions actually dictate the state of your health and your body. And we truly believe that the creative force that created us really wants us to be happy. And it's like a parent that wants to see their children thrive and enjoy life. As a matter of fact, in an earlier segment, I talked about how the divine parent is different, because they will give us anything we want. Even if things that we won't want right now are moving ourselves away from the divine creator, the divine creator is happy to allow us that experience, because in the end, we are always going to be with the divine creator. So if that's a philosophy that we hold, that the divine creator is there to help us thrive, then why would the divine creator want us to beg for something? If you have children or grandchildren or nieces and nephews, little ones are in your life, if they ask you for something and what they're asking you will make them happy, chances are you'll give it to them, unless it's harmful to them, of course. All right. So when we pray, we're begging. We're becoming very much experiencing this feeling of lack. So we need to turn that around, because when we do that, the language of the universe is the emotion. When we express our emotions, the universe responds to us with experiences that match those emotions. So if we're begging to say, please make my health better, we have this feeling, a cloud of, I am not healthy. And that's what we're attracting more of. And that's how it works. That's the language of the universe, is whatever we're feeling and whatever we're perceiving in life, we get more of. And that's why when we pray, we need to do it differently. So how do we do it differently? Well, the one thing is that we're not asking for something we don't have. What we're doing is we need to shift our thinking and say, I want to thank you for putting in motion pieces that I can already experience right now, parts of it that I will experience fully. For example, if you're living in an apartment and you want to move into a big house, the idea is not to beg for a bigger house. The idea is to say, thank you for giving me the shelter right now. I feel so much amazing, and I can't wait for it to be better and bigger than this. But I'm in this appreciative mode right now. That's the first level. It's the first level of gratitude. So there are many other layers, and if you are part of my Ignite program, you can take a look at one of the monthly webinars that I've posted. One of them is on law of attraction, which will allow you to see the more deeper layers of doing this. But you start with that gratitude of what you have right now and experience that gratitude fully. So the first step in actually praying or asking the universe is to experience gratitude in any moment. And it's easy to do that because you can be thankful for anything in your life. I mean, you can even, as I look around the room here, I can be thankful for that wonderful couch in the background. I can say, that's a nice couch. Actually, I like it. And even though I'm looking for something different, but right now, in this moment, I can appreciate anything around me. If you're standing in line to buy coffee or tea or in a grocery store, you can appreciate the child and the parent's interaction in the front. You can appreciate anything. So start there. That is the beginning state of gratitude, and it's a beginning state of praying and consciously co-creating with the universe. Is that first step of gratitude. There are many more layers of this, but if you start there, you will see that doors will open up for you, and your own intuition will begin to flow, and you will begin to actually build the next steps to that. All right? So that is today's I Didn't Know That moment. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or need clarifications, please do type that into the chat area. I'm happy to listen to that. All right, let us now get to the next stage, and this is where if you practice this technique that we're about to do next, it will surely help you in the area of gratitude, because we are going to summon gratitude right now. So if you've been practicing this every day, your body will actually begin to program itself to be able to create this for itself without you thinking about it. So subconsciously you will be preparing your body to experience gratitude all the time. So let us begin now. Let us begin by placing our awareness in the area of the heart. And let's begin to take slow, deep breaths. And visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And now activate that regenerative emotion, that higher vibration emotion of gratitude. Find something to appreciate in your life right now. And then just experience that as you draw in these breaths, taking a slow 5-second count, breathing in, watching your chest and your stomach expand. And then a 5-second count, breathing out and watching your chest and your stomach collapse. And you just experience this gratitude, breathing in and breathing out. Experience love and compassion and appreciation. And just quench your body with this amazing set of emotions, which every cell in your body will be experiencing right now. And the universe will bring you more experiences that reinforce what you're feeling. A 5-minute practice of what we're doing right now in this breathing technique is going to boost your immune system for up to 6 hours. It's going to trigger experiences and situations and circumstances that will reinforce this feeling of gratitude. You will have more things to be grateful about. So continue to take these slow, deep breaths, visualizing these flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And what you're doing right now there's no room for lack in our system. The universe wants us to thrive. And this is how we do it. This is how we pray. Exactly what you're doing today. This is how we pray. By placing your awareness in the area of the heart, taking those slow 5-second count breaths in, watching your chest expand and your stomach expand, and 5 seconds exhaling, and just feel this wave-like motion in your body that connects with all that is as you experience this gratitude, appreciation, peace in your heart and in your body. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me for these past 15 minutes. They go fast, don't they? and I truly appreciate your participation in all of this. I'm happy to take any questions you have. So while we're waiting for participants to type those in, I'd like to let you know that the replay has been posted for Uncover Your Highest Potential. If you haven't, if you're a member of Ignite, of course, this is available to you for free. If you're not, consider joining. It's only $15 a month, and you can cancel anytime. If you're a part of Ignite membership, you can see, you can participate in the Activate Your Inner Truth Radar program on January 20th. That's another one of my monthly webinars. This is where you actually amplify your intuition. I can show you more advanced techniques for that. All right, so I'm just looking at the group chat here and seeing what we have. I've got Cecile saying they go by far too fast. Yes, they do. And you know what? Time has no meaning when we do these techniques. They're really amazing when you look at that. Thank you for that comment. And says, my exhale is always a tad longer than the inhale. Only by one count, but even without actually counting, I have always been longer in exhaling than inhaling. Are we looking for exact symmetry or just a long, deep, natural rhythm? All right, so that, that question, let me answer that question. Thank you for answering. That's a very good question. There are meditation techniques that ask you to breathe in for 5 seconds, but breathe out for 6 seconds, or a similar technique. And that's meant to allow you to purge everything, actually get rid of everything in your system so that there's nothing left remaining, so that when you breathe the fresher oxygen in, that it fills these nether areas of your system. So it's just a way for you to purge it, and it's meant to do that. Now, if it feels forced, that is not the technique we do today. There is a place for the meditation technique or the breathing technique you have, and it's got a very powerful reason to do that. In this particular practice, what we do is they're symmetrical breathing techniques, and the symmetry is around the heart rate variability. And when you take a deep breath in and you take a deep breath out, that symmetry, the important part is to make them the deeper the breath, the longer that remains, the deeper the breath you take, and the longer you take the breath, and the longer you exhale. That's the important part. So you don't have to worry about the 5 seconds in, out. However, from a scientifically, mathematical perspective, they seem to want it to be symmetrical. But I don't want you to think about that. I just want you to go with the deep breathing, and if it's 5 seconds in and 6 seconds out, but you feel comfortable and you feel your chest rising and falling and you're not laboring through that process, then that's okay. Just keep doing that, okay? Thank you so much for there's no wrong answer when you breathe deeply. There's absolutely no wrong answer. So excellent. That's thank you for that comment, Anne. Cecile says, very helpful and a wonderful reminder. I was so grateful for a brilliant little car that I had. It was truly awesome, but I needed something bigger to fit my job. And it simply materialized. It works because I am magnificent. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Cecile. Thank you for that. Lou, just this understanding of how to pray around the world could change the world. Instead of focus on lack, but instead our limitless abundance. Thanks for focus on that. Thank you, Lou. Yes, absolutely. This is one of my my pet peeves when people, and I've been in mosques and prayer halls and people praying like they're they're really intense. And really the creative force is not meant for us to suffer in that way. When we're praying with that intensity of pain and saying, please, please, please give me that, you're actually creating more experiences that reinforce that emotion. So I'm glad I was able to help you unpack that. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Anne. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't see any more questions or comments coming through. I always appreciate those questions. Feel free to send me a note on an email when I send you this replay link. Of course, you just reply to it and send me a note if you have any questions about that. We can continue this process. All right? So thank you for the Q&A. Much appreciate you sticking around. Happy New Year, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you next week. I will be in Colorado next week with the Cryon team. I'll be doing a presentation with Lee and Greg Braden. and a few other personalities there. So on Monday, I will either broadcast live. I'm sure I'll have internet access there. But if not, then you'll get a new recording, and I'll let you know via email how that is. All right? So I look forward to seeing you all next week. And Lou is saying you're looking younger. Oh, Lou, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel amazing. But I appreciate you guys joining today. Thank you so very much, and I look forward to chatting with you next week. Take care.